Hi, my name is Anu Gopalakrishnan. I'm the operations chair for Thai Detroit. I am with Tel Ganesan, who is a serial entrepreneur and also president of Thai Detroit for 2010. Apart from just being the president of Thai Detroit, Tel has changed the face of Thai and has made the organization a very, very vibrant one. So, Tel, how are you doing?
Excellent.
So, Thai has moved from the Indus entrepreneurs to talent, ideas, and enterprise. So, why the change?
Yeah, I mean, Thai, as you know, it's a global organization, and our tagline is faster entrepreneurship globally. When you have a global organization, you cannot afford to call the Indus entrepreneurs anymore. So that's why we call talent, ideas, and enterprise to have a global reach and also make it more inclusive organization. So anybody who's an entrepreneur can get part of the Thai, while still maintaining the Indian heritage or the Indus heritage intact.
Okay, great. Now, I know ThaiCon Midwest 2010 that we do at Thai Detroit is basically a kind of a offshoot of the main Thai Silicon Valley event, ThaiCon. So I know you attended for the second year or third year in running, and tell us some good stories that you have brought back from Thai Silicon Valley's ThaiCon.
What I carried from Thai Silicon Valley is the entrepreneurial spirit and mindset that is so abundant in Valley. That's what I'm bringing here. I brought some last year, and I brought even more this year. If you go and talk to people, even the kids, instead of A, B, C, D, they teach something else. They say A for action, B for business, and T for term sheet. That's a lingos they use right from the get-go. And I think if we kind of instill that kind of culture in here, I think our place will be a lot better off in the times to come.
Right, and I also heard in the grapevine that Thai Detroit has kind of set a business, a standard out there with Silicon Valley. Do you want to share that?
Yes, obviously 2 years ago we started this ThaiCon in Detroit, and we were benchmarking, different organizations. I think 2 years later, now people are started benchmarking us. Hey, you guys had an awesome conference. Your website is so good. So people, from the Boston and the valleys, they are looking at us.
Oh, great.
So I think 2 years, I think we have come a long way.
Right. Another year, another event.
Yes.
And so tell us about last year's very, very successful ThaiCon Midwest 2009.
Yes, obviously from 2008 to 2009, it's a night and day difference in terms of the execution and the performance. People are simply wowed. And it's not only about wowing the people, but also creating value to the ecosystem. Many people got funded coming out of the conference. Many people started companies, and like yourself, you're starting a company now. So those are the output of the successful conference. That's the measurement we take.
And moving from the innovative entrepreneur, we have the theme of Business Karma 3.0. So a very intriguing, a very interesting title. So what is Business Karma 3.0?
Business Karma 3.0 is nothing but giving. When you do good things come back to you. That's at a high level. What that means to the business is when you practice good business ethics, good things happen to you automatically. And we are calling upon all the successful entrepreneurs to give back. When we say give back, we're not asking them to give money. The giving back could be in terms of sharing their experience and lessons learned with the budding entrepreneurs so they can enhance the ecosystem and creating new businesses. And that's what this is all about.
Now, if you look at it, today's business needs more than just a good product or a good service. So what do you think are the challenges that today's businesses are facing?
I think credibility. Credibility is a key component, and I think if you're not credible, you're not going to sustain in the long run. You'll be just a fly-by-night operator. So I think credibility is a key thing, and it doesn't happen, one day. It's an ongoing process. And I think that's a significant challenge most of the businesses are facing today. We don't want to be like Enron, right? Do you?
Correct.
Yeah, so that's all.
Right. Now, Now, tell, I know you raved about the energy and enthusiasm from last year's
Yes.
TideCon 2009, and since then you've kind of started Kaiba Ventures,
Yes.
and it's your way of contributing back to the
Yes.
entrepreneurial kingdom.
Yes.
Tell us about Kaiba Ventures and what is it? What's the kind of role it's going to play with TideCon Midwest 2010?
Yeah. Being exposed in Thai, I found that there's a gap in the ecosystem where people have a lot of ideas and their ideas are not able to go into reality because they are at the very infancy stage.
Right.
The angels don't want to touch them.
Right.
The VCs, they don't even want to look at them.
Right.
So I found a need, and then all the incubators, they are doing 6 out of 10 things that are needed to make them successful.
Right.
So I found a small gap in that space, which is what we are trying to fill, trying to do all the things that is needed for any person with an idea and help them, see the reality one day. And that's what motivated. Again, Thai helped me to identify those kind of opportunities.
Okay. Great. Now, and I'm sure you will find, probably a Bill Gates in the making, or or Eric Smith. But let's talk about what kind of a role TideCon or Tide Detroit could play for all the people who are out there in the corporate world looking to take that break into entrepreneurship. It took me a long time to even make that decision, and to make that decision involves it's a risky proposition to a lot of people. So how do you think TideCon or Tide could help the so-called probably the H1s out there, or the employees who are stuck in the corporate
Corporate
in
world.
that vicious circle.
Vicious
cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the significant challenge the W-2s and the professionals, people working in the corporate world is sitting on the fence.
Right.
Should I be the corporate and try to look for promotion and get another 10 grand and be
Right.
happy? Or I make the jump and take a little bit of risk and plunge into entrepreneurial
Correct.
world. It's always a challenge.
Right.
But coming to TideCon, what you would see is that you would see the energy and the inspiration that you can draw from those people, and you would find that these people were in the same shoe as they are, and seeing that and seeing how successful they have become would be a very inspiring story to those people, and that in itself is one reason for why they should come and attend, get inspired, and start the company and take the risk. Again, no risk, no gain.
Correct. Now, how do you see TideCon helping all the budding entrepreneurs, people who have already made the decision, and all the small business owners out there? So, what kind of what can they expect from the event?
Obviously, they don't need inspiration. They're already in business. Again, contacts and learning new emerging areas, high growth areas. They can diversify their current business.
Right.
And those kind of opportunities, and most importantly, networking. And this year we have awesome networking opportunity. We have Extreme Power Connect, and that will help them to take extreme ends of, getting the lead. So those are the things that people can get out. But again, they have to come there to reap those benefits.
Right. Great. Thank you, Tel, and we hope to have a great event, and I'm sure we're going to see a whole bunch of good entrepreneurs and great ideas coming out of this year's event. I'm Anu Gopalakrishnan, Operations Chair for Tide Detroit and also for MIIndia.com and Rockin' Raga. And the event is Business Karma 3.0 on October 28th and 29th. Mark your calendars, October 28th and 29th at the Henry, which is formerly the Ritz-Carlton. Thank you, and we will look forward to seeing you there.